She was just asking me if I was here for the yoga class, and I was like, you know, if we didn't have plans at 10 o'clock, then I might. Anywho. So yeah. But yeah, it says that there's a trail going around this lake, and I have no idea where to find it. So, not the slightest clue. So we'll see. We were gonna try to get to the Disney mini golf because each time we've gone, we've had a long wait for it. And it says you can make reservations, but I tried yesterday. I called up because it just takes you to a Disney automated line, and I waited. It said 7 minutes estimated wait time, and I waited that 7 minutes, and then I got, you know, it rings through. Yay! I'm gonna talk to someone, and then no one was there. Nothing. I'm like, really? So yeah, trying to, and they don't do the mini golf reservations online. So even though like that entire automated line, they kept like the recording is telling me many of our reservations can be booked online, and it's like, yeah, this one can't. If you're gonna tell me about it, make it possible for me to do it. Anywho, so since I had no luck with making reservations, we figured, well, let's just go at 10 because there's probably not a lot of people showing up right then. And the other times we've gone has been around like 1, and there were, you know, like I said, 30 to 45 minute to an hour wait. Shuffleboard courts. Anywho, so yesterday we got some good sleep. And okay, I'm wondering if this goes around or if this is just this way. We shall see. You will find out with me. Got some good sleep. Jenny did an Instacart order. We did some laundry. Kids were completely out of underwear. Tyler is feeling much better, so that's good. But yeah, we needed to get at least one load of laundry done and the second load in the dryer before we could leave. We'll leave for the longer part of the day. So at first we just got the first load in, and then we went to breakfast. Oscar wanted to take a walk. He found a breakfast place. The rest of us Ubered there, and it was while we were waiting for the food that I was on the phone with Disney trying to get this mini golf reservation and did not succeed. Anywho, let's see. Yep, I think this might be it. Yay, I think I found it. The food was just okay, and they were kind of slow. Like, really slow. And I think that the feta cheese on the Greek salad I got was not good. But it just took so long to get our food that I didn't want to send it back and wait for something else. And the soup they gave me was good. Oh, and it said it came with, so it was a Greek salad that it said came with pita. And they didn't give me pita. They gave me fries. I'm like, I don't want fries with my Greek salad. So yeah, just not the best breakfast experience. Oh, and their water was terrible. Like, I know Florida water here is bad, but like, at Disney, it seemed they're at least making some effort with it. When you just get water from the fountain drink area, and here they like weren't making any, because like Oscar had root beer in it. He could tell it was made with the yucky water, and then I got an orange juice, and the orange juice was good, but I didn't want to have too much orange juice, so I asked for a water, but then the water was just too gross. I had to have more orange juice. So anyway, the meat on my Greek salad was tasty. I'll give them that. But yeah, I couldn't, after the salad had been all mixed around, I was like tasting like rotten cheese in there, and I'm like, yeah, oh well. So kids had leftover pancakes, so I ate their pancakes, which were fine, you know, standard pancakes. Anyway, so that was our meal experience. And then we came back to the hotel and, like I said, worked on the laundry. I'm trying to get everything worked out, situated and ready. And like there's high, normal, and low on the dryer settings, and we could not figure out a way to turn it to high. We think they've like disabled it for like safety reasons or to make sure that the dryers don't break or whatnot. But so it took a long time to dry that first load of laundry, and then finally got the second in. So we couldn't leave for the Disney water park until after we'd gotten that taken care of. But finally got that. Got to the Disney water park at like 3:15, and had fun. Luckily it was another, like you come at the end of the day like that and there's barely any lines, which is nice. But the only thing that's really unique about this is the 6-foot waves. When me and Rachel went there, they had that like snorkeling too, but they don't have that anymore. I think it was just too difficult to maintain. But yeah, none of the slides are like anything amazing. Like I can find equivalents or better at other water parks. The 6-foot waves are fun. So we did that, and then Tyler, like Oscar, followed him into the lazy river, and then he lost him, and we basically didn't know where he was for the last hour and 15 minutes. But he was just like off on his own having fun. I was like, you know, he knows my phone number, and we checked the wave pool because that's the only area he could drown, and he knows how to swim, and the lifeguards, I watched them rescue someone the first day, and so, you know, I'm like, he's probably safe. So we were like, maybe we just need to give him some independence. So that's what we did, and Oscar found him at the end of the day, and yeah, he'd just kind of gone off on his own. It was funny, he'd gone into an area called Catch a Kitty Creek, and he's like, I caught a kitty at Catch a Kitty Creek. But it's like Ketcha with a K, Catch a Kitty. Anywho, that's like a kid's splash area. We got changed and we Ubered over to the Polynesian Resort and got some food at their like a la carte restaurant where you can just go and order. And then that was just Jenny loving the image of the one with jets, because yesterday we were like, none of these hot tubs have jets, but apparently there's one that does. Anyway, went over, got some food, much bigger portions than I was expecting, and I had been expecting smaller portions based on what I'd seen at Disney from before, based on that price. It was like, okay, well that seems reasonably priced, so this is probably tiny. You know? So we ordered several different things. So we ordered way too much food. And it was a good thing because the one that Oscar would have ordered, if I hadn't said let's just get a variety, he ended up hating. And these like Thai coconut meatballs and rice that he was like, yeah, I'm kind of hit or miss with meatballs. He wasn't too excited for it. He loved it. So he ate all of that and most of the like pulled pork sandwich. And so there was a Thai noodle salad, and then like I said, the one the like barbecue, Korean barbecue chicken tenders, which neither of us liked, and like that would have been his choice. So it's a good thing he had other choices. My Thai noodle salad was good, but it filled me up quick, and so I put it in a to-go container. But then Tyler stepped on the bag. Like he gets kind of wired at night, and at one point he was just like moving around and stepping on the bag, and Oscar had forgotten that the food was in there. So yeah, lots of dressing all over. Fortunately, the like food part stayed inside the container, but yeah, the dressing all squished out, and when we got home I had to throw that back in the wash along with all the, you know, wet clothes from our water park. So yeah, that's what we did. And then the resort, the Polynesian, was having like hula hoops and some other fun. And Jenny had bought a Ariel bubble wand for her nieces, and she wanted Allison to use it because she didn't want the bubble solution in it. because you know that's just extra weight, and she can always put bubble solution in. So she's like, here, go ahead and use this all. And Allison, I think, used 90% of the bubble solution. So she's like, she did a good job. But you know, it lights up too. And so Allison was blowing bubbles and lighting up and having all kinds of fun. We brought the little Slinky dog that we bought the other day that lights up, and can't remember if I told you about that. I'll have to show it to you. Tyler was playing with that, and they were playing with hula hoops, and you know, kids were having a grand old time. Oscar was like, I don't think there's enough at this place to entertain our kids. And yeah, they had plenty to do. So I think that's my building right there. And this just continues around the lake. So I think I'm going to continue this way and explore the other parts of the property. So yeah, that's what we did. And then, you know, you saw us. We got to the beach a little bit early, and Allison was at least as happy to be playing in the sand as to be seeing the fireworks, if not more so. She was having all kinds of fun in the sand, and Tyler was, you know, stomping on the backpack. But saw the fireworks. Kids talked about how much better it was to see them there than being in the crowded park and having to stand, because they could, you know, sit on the sand and enjoy it. It was a great show. In fact, the fireworks were more central this time. Like last time, our view of the fireworks was partially obstructed because fireworks were off to the right. So I think there was wind that day, and so for safety reasons they have to put them off to the right, where this time it was smack on center. And I was like, oh, if fireworks had gone up that direction, we would have had a great view of them. But no, that's not what happened. So this is my building, the St. George's house. So anyway, that was our night. Came back, and so during the show, so they pipe in the music, the soundtrack for the show. And one of the songs was, I Can Go the Distance, you know, from Hercules. And the kids have never seen Hercules, and they were like, what's this I Can Go the Distance song? What's that from? And I told them Hercules. And so when we got back, I let them start Hercules. They got about halfway through it, and they're finishing it now and getting ready. And then Oscar was going to walk down to the local 7-Eleven to get ice cream, and Tyler was just throwing a fit that they didn't have the flavor he wanted. And then he was throwing a giant fit, and Allison was like, he's not gonna get ice cream tonight, huh? And he intentionally kicked her in the back after saying that, and he kicked her hard. And so there was a lot of drama, and Tyler ended up being sent to bed early. Hey, pickleball courts. And yeah, but Tyler, we ended up having him go to sleep in our bed. And you know, it wasn't totally a punishment. It was Tyler just needed alone time. You know, he's an introvert, and all this time that we've had here has been around people. He hasn't had time to just be by himself. So I think he appreciated being able to fall asleep in our bed and just be alone for a bit. I think that was part of what was getting him all worked up. Was just that he hasn't had that bird of paradise. Some more. Yeah. So then we stayed up talking to Jenny kind of late, because it was nice to have, you know, adult conversation. We've been basically going to bed when our kids go to bed lately. And we were all so exhausted on Friday night that staying up was not an option. So we stayed up too late, and then of course I woke up after less than 6 hours, because that's just what my body does. I am not a night owl. So plan to go to bed early tonight, because, well, tomorrow's Animal Kingdom, and Animal Kingdom opens at 8, and all of the animal stuff and kids stuff closes at 5:45. So I told the kids, I'm like, you know, we'll want to get there sooner than later so that we can do the things we want to do. So anywho, so yeah, that's about it. We did have some ice cream. We got the Netflix and chilled Ben & Jerry's from 7-Eleven. And we got a Ben & Jerry's strawberry cheesecake, but it was terrible because it clearly had been melted and then refrozen and had those like ice crystals in it. But fortunately the Netflix and chilled was good. So yeah, I was kind of annoyed by that. And it's, you know, a decent walk back to the 7-Eleven, so not somewhere that it would be easy to just take it back and exchange. Looks like they're building a bunch of stuff back there. I think when we came to Universal in 2016, my family stayed at the other club, the one where Yumi and Rachel stayed, the Tuscany Village, and my brother and family and my parents stayed here. So at some point we came over to visit them because we had rented a car, which was much more necessary back before Uber and Lyft became super common. And I'm pretty sure they were over here somewhere because I did not recognize that main pool I just showed you. I didn't recognize that at all, even though I had brought them to the pool. So I think they must have been at this one. Part of what this walk was for. I wanted to be like, where were we? You know? So yeah, I think it was this one, which is going to be more of a basic pool, if I'm remembering correctly. So yeah, that's what they stayed here because, you know, we booked all this last minute, and so there was only so much availability, and so they had to do like 5 nights here and then a couple more at the other club, because that's just how things worked out. So yeah, basic pool. And 7 to 11, it's open late. And hot tub. See, I could have sworn before that this was, and maybe they've changed it, that this was like a children's pool, because I know with Allison, I was really happy to be in a children's pool area where she could just like wade, you know, because she was 18 months old. So, and I do not recall them having life jackets when I've come before, because that would have been very helpful when the kids were, you know, 3 and 18 months. Yeah. There was a children's pool back in the other one, but so maybe that's where they were, and we were just on the other side. I don't know. Kind of all turned around. But this seems like a lovely resort. It's super close to SeaWorld. Obviously, you know, it's the SeaWorld resort. So whenever we are ready for that, we should definitely stay here. And even Universal, I plugged in the Uber from here and it would be $14. So, and you know, since Universal parking is like $35 or something now, it's like, you might as well just Uber. Like, unless you think that you're going multiple days and you're going to need a break every single one of those multiple days, you might as well just Uber. Okay, that's a bit of a dead end. Yeah. We really wish we'd just stayed here the whole time and Ubered to Disney, because looking at the costs of Ubering versus the reduced cost of being here and using points, that it just would have been so much better. And to have more space and to, you know, because both Jenny and I were saying that Disney does not give you enough of a benefit from being a resort guest to make up for the vast cost difference. That, you know, here, you know, this resort is pretty big, though not as big as where we were at Disney. But they've got little trams going around to give you a ride if you don't want to walk all the way from one end to the other. There's one right, oh, that's a garbage one. But similar idea, like that, but with seats. Maybe like 20 people could fit on. And like, they had nothing like that at either of our resorts. And she was like, you know, It's a long time to wait for the bus. The buses are crowded, and then you get back and you have to hike to your room. And so it's like, the Ubering back to an offsite would be a lot quicker, you know? And yes, it costs to Uber, but it would cost a lot less for your room, and so the cost difference would more than make up for it. So, and then sure, you get that early entry, but it's so early that we rarely used it, you know, because we made it for Epcot, and well, 3 of us did, and then we didn't make it for Magic Kingdom because it was at 7:30, and that was just too early, and the amount of time that we're waiting to get the bus, that adds up. So anyhow, and then I used it, just me, for Animal Kingdom, and then we like just barely made it in time for the 5 minutes before it ended for Universal or for Hollywood Studios, because I, you know, accidentally got in the regular lines instead of the early entry. So, you know, we barely got that benefit. And then we tried for it with Epcot, but the line for the Skyliner was just monstrous. Makes me wonder if it got backed up, like if they had to stop it for a while, because it had never gotten anything like that anytime we'd seen it. And then, yeah, we certainly didn't make it for Magic Kingdom on our final day at the hotels because Tyler was puking, and we'd gone to bed late from staying up for fireworks the previous day. So it's like, you're really not getting a whole lot out of the early entry. You're not getting much of a benefit of getting back to your room since they don't have trams or anything. And so we were just like, yeah, that was, I mean, it was unique to stay on Disney property and all of their, you know, unique architecture and everything, but you could see that without staying there. You know, you could just go walk around and like take a day that you're not doing the parks and just go from hotel to hotel to see it. So yeah, we were, both of us, and you know, Jenny's a pretty big Disney nerd and willing to pay for what she wants, and she was like, yeah, not doing that again, not staying, you know, not next time off property and Ubering. So yeah, wish we'd done that the whole time, but at least here we are now, right? And yeah, I think that's about it. Since we were able to do a grocery order, I was able to just do cereal and milk and a banana for my breakfast, which felt nice to have a semblance of normalcy. We did some church at home with the kids, or church at the hotel with the kids, and then I took a walk while they were working on Hercules, and we are hoping to get to the mini golf around 10. So it's 9:30 now. We're probably not going to make it right at 10, but I'm walking back, and hopefully we can get going soon. And I think that's about it. The new mini golf, Jenny and I were going to stay and shop at Disney Springs, and Oscar and the kids will come back and maybe swim at the hotel, or, you know, just hang here and just have a more or less rest day. And then final day at Animal Kingdom tomorrow, and then the next day we leave at 3 o'clock. So, or at 2 o'clock. We leave at 2, so we don't have to leave here and until like 11:30, 11:45ish. I think it's about a 20-minute drive to the airport, so catch an Uber somewhere in the 11:30 to 11:45 range. And yeah, Jenny's flight is a little later, like 2:30, but close enough that we can just all go to the airport together. So yeah, that's the plan. They have an activity center with crafts and painting and stuff the kids, board games, things that the kids can do. So, yeah. I think that's about it. I shall chat with you later.